want you to recall the time in your life when you were in grade school, middle school, and even high school. Did you ever get in trouble in school? Did you ever have that dreaded detention? The one where you sat in silent punishment in hopes it would be enough to deter you from the behavior the next time. Did it change your behavior, or did it just make you stare at the clock, anxiously waiting to get out of the room? Or did you ever experience a suspension from school? Did it work to recognize the underlying causes of the behavior, or did it feel like a free pass from school? Did the suspension cause even more stress, not only surrounding school, but cause more tension at home between you and your family? Now, this may not pertain to you in particular. You may have never personally have been subjected to detention or suspension in school, but I can assure you that it affects someone you know. It affects our town's children's, parents, families, and even further our communities. I want you to really think about this question today. Does detention really work, or is it time to replace it with something better and more effective? I want to share a story with you about a 9-year-old boy from Baltimore, Maryland. Now, Baltimore is a place where, according to U.S. Census data, over a quarter of its students are falling below the poverty line. Over 80% of the students there are qualifying for free lunch. Some kids are even coming to school grateful that they can see because they don't have electricity at home. Some are happy to be inside because they are homeless. Some came to school in the morning after witnessing crimes. Is it any wonder that these students are stressed or might be exhibiting behavioral problems at school? I would like to introduce you to 9-year-old Dakari, a student at Robert W. Coleman Elementary School in Baltimore. He has just been made fun of by another student. The name-calling quickly escalates to pushing and shoving. The student's teacher breaks up the feud, but 9-year-old Dakari does not get sent to the principal's office where he gets assigned a detention or suspension as disciplinary punishment. This student gets sent straight to Baltimore Elementary School's Mindful Moment room, where he is able to de-stress and is greeted by a staff member who is there to help him share his feelings and uncover why the behavior has just occurred. The room is comforting and relaxing. There are brightly colored pillows, and the student takes a seat and is instructed through breathing and meditation exercises. The smell of essential oils adds to the relaxing state of the room. After a little while, Dakari is ready to rejoin his class, and he states, "I did some deep breathing, had a little snack, and got myself together. Then I apologized to my class. When I get mad at something or somebody, I just take a few deep breaths, keep doing my work, and tune everyone out. It gives you good confidence to know you need to do something important." What a great statement from the 9-year-old boy on the positive effect of meditation has on him. He was not only allowed the opportunity to calm down, but was also given time for self-reflection while relaxing in a supportive environment. He was able to rise above the situation by realizing the behavior he exhibited does not have to occur. He knows that if he uses the tools of deep breathing, he can keep himself calm despite the things triggering him in his environment. Dakari is learning skills he can take with him for the rest of his life. The reason for this is stated by Forbes. Through meditation, we get better acquainted with behavior of our minds. We enhance our ability to regulate our experience of our environment rather than letting our environment dictate how we experience life. So, what else does science say about the benefits of meditation on our brains? A group of Harvard scientists came together to figure out just that. Sarah Lazar enrolled her team of 16 subjects in an 8-week mindfulness program to see how meditation could begin to create changes in lifestyle in the brain. MRIs of the subjects show that one of the biggest changes that happens to our brains when we meditate is that it stops processing so much information. Beta waves indicate a processing of information, and when beta waves are decreased, a decrease in information in processing is shown. So I will show you a photo. That's the MRI, and this is before meditation, and that is after. In this photo, we can see just where beta waves are decreasing the most, which is indicated by the color changes. This is so important for kids that are on overdrive and having difficulty calming down, especially when we are developing and going through so many emotions and changes as it is. Meditation can help reset these children's brains so that they are able to return to their class with a more clear mind and more control over their behaviors. Meditation can have an empowering effect on children as they learn that they are in control of their experience and can change their behaviors. In addition to decreasing beta waves related to information processing, neuroscientific findings show that meditation literally rewires brain circuits that boost both mind and body health. The brain can be deeply transformed through the experience, which is a process called neuroplasticity. A Harvard study showed that eliciting the body's relaxation response could even affect our genes, reduce stress, blood pressure, and improves attention. Being able to pay attention is so important when learning, which leads me to my next point, that meditation can lead to improved academic success. Stanford Nittich conducted a study in 2013 on high school students at Urban East Coast High School and found that students who were enrolled in meditation instruction had a 15% higher chance of graduating than those who did not. 15% higher. Another study published in 2013 in the journal Mindfulness found that university students in California who meditated before taking a quiz performed better than those who did not meditate beforehand. The results indicate that meditation improved students' retention to the information conveyed during the lecture in each of the 3 experiments. So, teachers already have stressful jobs. Improved behavior from students allowed teachers more time to educate and empower students. Teachers in Baltimore said that students were better able to regain their focus and upset students calmed down more quickly after meditating. Parenting is also a hard job. Less time dealing with children's negative behaviors in school with referrals, detention slips, suspensions means less stress for parents, especially in areas like Baltimore where parents are already dealing with so many life stressors. In Baltimore, some students have even taken mindfulness back home. Some parents say that their kids teach them how to breathe after having a stressful day. My next point is that, though this may sound cliche, our children are our future. When we allow students like Dakari to learn how to deal with their feelings and change their behavior on their own terms, we give them tools and skills that they can carry into adulthood when they are members of our communities. Some may have reservations for implementing meditation over detention. They may say that detention is sufficient enough as punishment and that the funds or space to create meditation room should be used towards education needs. In a perfect world, however, detention would be a place where student and teacher could share dialogue to bring issues underlying negative behavior to the surface. However, in most schools, students sit quietly as punishment, which does not get to the underlying issues. Detention does not work, and neither do suspensions. Scientists like Roger Dickinson explains that those who have been expelled or suspended have 50% higher risk of dropping out of school. 50% higher. Also, the same kids have 5 times more chances of committing a crime. What could the situation have been for Dakari? 3 years prior, he would have been sent to the principal's office and got a detention. He could have just been asked to sit there away from his class to be punished, not learning anything but just feeling pent up and letting his anger build up. Or he could have been assigned to a day of suspension from school, which would be viewed as a free pass to have an vacation day from school. Instead, he was sent to this room where he felt safe and supported, and he was able to feel calm and mindful. Strategies he can use and return to. Dakari's principal stated that she rarely sees students for disciplinary action since implementing the meditation room. Meditation over detention is not only beneficial in schools such as Dakari's, it would be beneficial for every school. I want to share one more story before I close. This is a story about a girl in high school. She grew up with a single father and was estranged from her mother. Due to difficult upbringing, she struggled with behavioral issues. She missed nearly every other day of her senior year of high school. The school chose to continually punish her with detentions and suspensions. Only once did they refer her to the school psychologist. In that meeting, some of the deeper issues going on started to surface, but it was only that one meeting and nothing else was done. The girl dropped out of her public high school feeling misunderstood and unsupported. The girl attended adult ed to continue her education and got her diploma. This girl is me. I truly believe my situation would have been different had I had a meditation room at my school. Instead, I was sent to detention where I resented school and discipline even more. Had I been able to meditate and be introduced to meditation, I may have been able to look deeper into my situation and have a clearer mind. I may have decided that day that instead of skipping school, I would stay. But I wasn't given this opportunity. We should be giving our children this opportunity. I want to leave you with some words by Nelson Mandela. Our children are the rock on which our future is built. And this is 9-year-old Dakari meditating with his friends at school. Thank you.